But we'll start with the Rosewater demo. For those of you that don't know, Rosewater is a thrilling Western adventure in the alternate 19th century world of Lamplight City. Embark on a harrowing journey across the frontier with Harley Leger, and a ragtag posse, encountering bandits, rebels, visionaries, eccentrics, and many more friends and foes on your quest for fame and riches. Apparently, it's similar to games I've played, such as Little Misfortune and the Excavation of Hobsparrow. So there you go. I can't remember how I found this one. Probably because of Lamplight City. But anyway, yeah. So that's what we're doing. Meet casually. Now, once again, I have not opened this before, so I have no idea what the volume situation is like. If you have me playing on headphones or even any kind, maybe just turn me down for a second, and while we let the demo figure out how loud it wants to be, and I will adjust accordingly. So we'll start off with some Rosewater. I'm drinking peppermint tea, but we're starting with some Rosewater. Oh man, that was such a struggle, that stupid wheel. Oh my god. Green tea and jasmine. Nice. Game, you gonna show up? I can see it. You gonna show up over there? Nope, you guys don't get to see it. There we go. Now you do. Rosewater. Welcome to the Rosewater demo. This demo is a work in progress. Rosewater features multiple paths and puzzle solutions, so if you get stuck, there may be another approach. Thanks for playing and enjoy. Francisco Gonzalez. This is how I know this. That's right. I follow him on Twitter. He was actually talking about this game today. Let's pop some of this down so we don't blast anybody's ears. Subtitles on. Full screen. Sure. Yep. How to play. Surprising. Nobody. Scroll, list, inventory, show hotspots. Open inventory, deselect items, skip cutscenes. Open diary is D, open inventory is I. Or I can also hold the hotspot, show hotspots. Okay. New game. Let's see what we got here. Western Vespuccia, the town of Rosewater. 1850. So around the time I was born.
Huh. Quiet.
Howdy, ma'am. Allow
Hi.
me to extend the warmest of welcomes on behalf of the town of Rosewater and its inhabitants. Folks call me Jim.
Its
And
inhabitants?
who do I have the honor of greeting?
Harley Leger.
Delighted to make your acquaintance. Might I assist you with your luggage? That is, if you've got any.
I don't.
Ah, right. Well, what brings you to our fair town, Mrs.
okay.
Leger?
I'm here for a job. I'm just passing through. That's none of your business. Here for a job.
Miss. And I'm here about a job.
Planning on sticking around, huh? Say, what line of work are you in?
I have no
You
idea.
must know I'm a... Well, I write.
There's
There's
a
an
lot of
opening
flies.
at the Rosewater Post.
Well, best of luck with that. The editor at that place ain't somebody you want to cross.
Then we ought to get along fine.
I'm sure you will. But as official town greeter, allow me to offer a small caution. Rosewater ain't always such a sleepy little town.
Hey!
Say, I've just remembered another engagement.
This how you welcome new arrivals? I have a mind to give you a thrashing.
Oh my gosh.
All right, enough of that. Look, I was no choir girl.
But I never got caught, but I never cried as much as you. But I was never quite so dumb. Gosh, what do we say?
But I at least had some brains. Word of advice, kid, don't pick your mark in broad daylight. Especially not at a lawman's doorstep. Go on, beat it, or I really will give you something to cry about.
We've all had that conversation. Or I
Now,
will give you
where
something
in
to
the
cry about.
ether is that damn publisher's office?
Okay, first of all, I don't mind the artwork. It's very much like my good old-fashioned, like, point and clicks. I'm down for that. Not loving the voice acting so far,
So they do
but
have the law here. In theory, at least. End of the line. Until they connect it up from the coast, anyway.
that's... Oh. Interesting. So there's some different... Warded lock, no key for me. Turn the hook freely. Padlocks, wiggle the key to start the fun, then take the snake for a long, long run. Deadbolts. Tense the key and choose the snake. Look round as you give it a shake. And tumbler locks, the key stays still, the diamond shines, turns up just once, then down 3 times. Interesting. Diary entries are not available in the demo. Aha! Hurtful. That's fine. Okay. We're going this way. Ah, there's a thing there.
Can't be a good sign when even the blacksmith goes out of business. No shoes for you, horsies.
There's a lot of flies. Like, there are a lot of flies.
I hope that isn't the town water supply.
Well, it probably isn't.
The local sawbones. This is where all the sharp knives and strong drugs will be kept.
Oh, we should definitely check that out later. Alright. We'll go find the newspaper first. That's what she's here for. We'll go try. Here we go. Post and publishing.
This is the place.
Fantastic. Let's go in. Whoop! Oh! Oh! No, awkward. Are you alright? You almost landed on me. I sort of tempted to say that one. Ignore him and enter the office. Oh, there's so many good choices. I feel like, okay, if it was me, I'd be like, oh my god, are you alright? But I feel like this woman is a little bit more along the lines of you almost landed on me. I don't know why. I'm getting a kind of, like, that kind of vibe from her. I think we should go with you almost landed on me.
Hey, what gives? 2 feet over and I'd be flatter than piss on a plate.
I'll go get the doctor.
Don't you move. I'll fetch the doctor to have a look at you.
Oh, hello there.
See,
Don't think
I'm
I've seen
nice,
you around
but-
before.
I've just arrived today, but this isn't the time for formalities. There's an emergency.
How can I be of service?
Some poor fool's just fallen out a window.
At the Rosewater Post?
Yes. How did you...
Sounds like Joni's in a mood again. Let's go.
So Joni and I are going to be besties.
Here he is, poor bastard.
Oh, dear. Hello? Can you hear me? I'm Dr. Sedgwick. I'm here to help you. Can you move your legs? Spine seems intact. No obvious fractures of the arms or legs. That, I would say, is nothing short of a miracle. Right. He's in a bad way, but he'll live. I'll get him back to my clinic and patch him up.
I mean,
You
is it
are
that
truly a good
far
Samaritan,
of a fall?
Mrs.
Leger. Miss. And it was nothing. If you'll excuse me, I have an appointment to keep.
Of course. God bless.
I wonder what happens if you go get the sheriff. Because you can go get the sheriff.
Hello, can I help you with something?
Oh, I recognize that voice.
I'm here about the writing commission.
Ah, yes, you must be Miss Legere. I believe you and Joni exchanged some correspondence on the matter already, yes?
Recognize
Yep,
that
got
voice.
the letter right here.
May I see it, please?
Absolutely. Let me just open my inventory. And let's...
October 25th,
Here we go.
1850.
This is
Dear
the
Miss
letter.
Legere, thank you for submitting your sample. Your writing shows real potential. I'd like to extend an invitation to meet with me at the offices of the Rosewater Post and discuss the possibility of an extended commission. How soon can you arrive in town? I await your reply and look forward to making your acquaintance. Yours, Joan Gallagher.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, I do. I will add it to it's a long list, but I'm playing demos over the next so many days, so absolutely feel free to suggest one. Where are we? Select. What's his name?
Very good. Oh, one more thing. Joni's not one for formalities. First names will do.
Noted.
Do
Go
I?
up those stairs and knock.
Thanks. What's your name?
Henry Dixon, ma'am.
Henry
Pleasure
Dixon.
to make
Thank
your
you.
acquaintance.
Likewise.
Henry Dixon. Please hold. Please hold. Henry Dixon. Sir, where do I know you from? Oh, Jesus. Okay. Right. Wait. Apparently, this guy voiced Clutch Racington in Lego 2K Drive. I was just playing that. He voiced in Destiny 2 Lightfall, Rohan. He was in the Callisto Protocol as a voice. Bayonetta 3, he was Rodin. Wait, is he been all the Bayonettas as Rodin? Because that would explain a lot. Mass Effect. Oh, this guy, no wonder I recognize his voice. He's been in freaking everything. Wasteland 3. I still need to go back and replay that. I only played such a small amount. I want to play it all. Okay. Sorry, I'm just checking. I'm just checking. I'm checking. He's been in so much. This is just, it's taking me a moment. Please hold. Please hold. We are just currently, oh my god. He's literally been in so much. He was in a Final Fantasy game. He was in the Batman Telltale series. I still need to play that too. I need to play a lot. I'm trying to see if he was actually in the other Bayonetta. But I have to go so far back. Tales from the Borderland. Gabriel Knights. Ooh! He was in the 20th anniversary edition of Gabriel Knight, Sins of the Fathers. He played Dr. John. Yeah, Bayonetta 2. Okay, so he's Rodin. No wonder I recognize the voice. I recognize that voice. See? I know these things. It's fine. Yep. Sorry, I needed to check because I recognize the voice. What's this?
Impressive piece of machinery. They seem to be pretty active around here. I hope that means steady work.
That's me. The no filter bitch. Right here. I got Chatty working sort of. It's a like it's throwing me a little bit. But yeah, I've got it working. So yeah. It's right there. It's just there. It's interesting. It's gonna take me a little bit to get used to, but it's good. Yeah, I can tell it's gonna take me a second, but I like. Yeah, I do like it. It's a bit cheeky. It's a bit, I don't know. Anyway, I find it's a bit of a cheeky system, but I like it.
Cozy.
So I reckon I can yeah, I can get used to it. How are you? Hope the hunt games are going well. Went well.
Come in.
Hello, Joan. I'm Harley Legere.
Ah, yes. Nice to finally put a face to the name. Please take a load off.
Got a great accent.
Whiskey?
Bit early for me, but thanks all the same.
Sensible. I like that. I, however, have had a morning, so if you don't mind.
I've had a morning, so if you don't mind. Glad to be home. Yeah, I bet.
Say, have we met before? Something about you seems familiar.
I don't believe so, no.
Well, let's get down to the meat and potatoes, shall we? If you're going to join our little family here, I'd like to know more about you.
Give your life story, provide a succinct biography, avoid the question. Succinct biography.
Me? Well, I was born and raised in New Britannia, got out, made my way west, and started writing. I saw your ad while I was up in Pierre. Thought a change of scenery would do me good.
Well, admittedly, Rosewater isn't as cosmopolitan as it used to be, but maybe you'll find it to your liking.
There hasn't been a dull moment since I stepped off the train.
Speaking of, your writing sample had me in stitches. Haven't spent much time in Lamplight City myself, but your descriptions of the toffs in Lyon, hilarious.
That
Do I need
piece
to
was
play
inspired by my
Lamplight
last
City
visit a
first?
few years ago, actually.
Oh? What brought that about?
I had to take care of some family matters. Do I have to play the Lamplight City before? Like, is there a backstory that I'm missing? It's
I
like,
find you irresistible. Whenever that beautiful face of yours breaks into a smile, my heart lifts.
hi, Woody. How you doing? Yeah, this is almost distracting. This new system. Anyway. I
I had to go back and settle my late brother's affairs.
feel like I need to play
Oh,
Lamplight City.
Sorry. I hope it wasn't in connection with that awful business at the Lamplight City Expo.
Oh, no, it was before that.
The Expo disaster was a national tragedy, of course.
I
But
feel
you
like
know,
I'm missing
Can't
stuff.
help remembering it as the week our paper sold more copies than it has before or since. Isn't that terrible? But enough about that. Let's get back to why we're here. I loved your sample, and I like you as well, Harley. So I'm going to go ahead and offer you a commission. I'll pay you 45 crowns for it. After that, we can talk about more regular opportunities.
Shitty mood, because I'm on Ash. Fucking sucks at 4 p.m. Almost rear-ended a car. Yeah, you gotta be careful with that. They, especially when it's busy, people forget how to drive.
Hot damn! So, what's my assignment? A scathing commentary on Rosewater's decline? Or maybe a hard-hitting expose on the plight of the marginalized criminal youth?
Oh, no. Nothing like that. I want you to interview Gentleman Jake Ackerman.
Who?
Pull the other one. You've been living under a rock. He's a true Western legend. The Achilles of our times.
Well, there you go.
We've got a real opportunity here. Star like that landing in our little town. I'd like something in the vein of your sample. Acerbic and mordant. But maybe not quite so acerbic.
So, a puff piece.
Good, you're paying attention. I want you to make Rosewater look good too. Show me a real frontier hero in a real frontier town.
Why do I feel like
Where
this
can I
is not
find
going
this
to work?
Jake
for them?
fellow?
He's taking rooms at the Jack of Diamonds just down the road. And his show is opening today at the Opera House. So he should be around for an interview. I don't know how you're situated here, but you're welcome to use the typewriter in the office.
I only write longhand, but I'd certainly be grateful for a quiet place to work.
Longhand. How charming.
Hmm.
Now, if you have any questions before you go, by all means, ask.
So, who was the man that went out your window? Not another writer, I hope.
Oh, God, no. You're the only applicant we've had. Don't worry about him. Just a rabble-rouser with an axe to grind. Thought you could burst in here railing about my
she's the only
journalistic
applicant.
integrity. Most folks stick to writing letters to the editor. I tried to calm him down, but... well, it didn't go that way.
I see. Any insight you can give me about the town?
It's a far cry from what it used to be. In a way, it's nice not having to hear the noise from the saloon at all hours, but... oh, I don't know. Folk who moved on took some of the charm with them.
I'm curious, how did the Rosewater Post get its start?
Well, my dad was a union man. He worked the printing press for the Allied Fall Creek Miners Cooperative.
I feel like I need to check
Pamphlets,
out this
labour
other
news,
game.
that sort of thing. Then the mine owners brought the Blackburns in to bust the whole operation up. My dad was laid up for months and could never work again after. But we still had to eat, didn't we? I took all the equipment from the old shop and started printing up an early version of the Post just to bring a little money in. At first, it was all just community notices and advertisements from local stores. Over time, I got the hang of the whole journalism thing and turned it into a real newspaper.
The Rosewater Post reported on the Lamplight City Expo?
It was only the biggest story that year. I still
Yeah,
got copies of the
I feel
article
like-
saved. Here, read it for yourself.
Disaster at Lamplight City Expo. During a demonstration, device known as an etheric generator malfunctioned and released a burst of energy into the audience, instantly vaporizing 14 attendees and 1 stage assistant.
Can I keep this?
Frame it if you like.
What about the folks who stayed behind?
What about him?
If so many have left, what's keeping anyone around?
Some are stubborn, maybe. Some are just stuck. But I can only answer for myself. I've put too much work into this paper and this community to think of leaving it behind. As for everyone else, you'd have to ask them yourself.
I will.
I'd best be on my
I'm
way.
not even
Right,
going
you are.
to ask if I can write something else because
Wait a minute.
that's-
What?
It's just come to me. I know why you look familiar. You're Spitfire Harley.
Goodness. It's been a long time since anyone called me that.
I saw you fighting back in 26 at Wellesley Hall in the Chum. You took out a brute twice your size with a right hook. Pow! It was like watching David bring down Goliath.
No, she's a
I
boxer.
appreciate the
okay,
kind words.
okay.
But that was another life.
Maybe so, but for a 14-year-old
Interesting.
kid fresh off the boat, it was pretty damn inspirational.
Thanks, Joan. Appreciate it.
Of course. And please call me Joni.
Is this the first edition of the Rosewater Post?
Yep, March 30th, 1845. One of the best days of me life.
You support Leroy?
I'm a proud Labourite, sure. I'll admit he hasn't been my favourite PM. But the way things were going with Atwood
Bro.
and Atreides, this place would have been
That's a
swallowed up by an
feels.
automated newspaper conglomerate. Labour Party gets me vote any day of the week.
Fair enough.
It's like I like the party, I hate the leader.
The New Britannia Gazette. Keeping
That's
tabs on the
a
competition.
feels.
Hardly. I kept that issue because they mentioned my paper.
Let's hit that.
See you later, Joni.
Take care of yourself out there. Spitfire Harley, writing for my paper. Now don't that just beat all?
Alrighty. Let's talk to this guy again. The guy, Dr. John.
Excuse me?
How can I be of assistance?
Been working here long, Mr. Dixon?
Oh, about 5 years. I was the first one Joni hired on shortly after launching the paper. Was a farmhand before that. Keeping books is much nicer than tending cow pens, let me tell you.
I bet.
Exactly who was that gentleman just took a tumble out your second-story window?
I haven't a clue. Devil of a fellow. Just busted in here and went straight for Joni's office. He wouldn't be put off, but insisted on speaking with the editor immediately. Said he intended to lodge a complaint. Suppose Joni didn't take too kindly to his manner of lodging.
What's to know about this town?
You picked a fine time to arrive, Miss Legere.
So
Why
this
is that?
is definitely
Few
my
years
type
back,
of
you
game.
could hardly drive a wagon through the street. It was so full of folk coming and going. I'm sure you've noticed that's no longer the case.
But this is definitely not going to be for everyone. This is 100% my type of game, though. That point and click feel, you know. There's puzzles. I'm all over that.
Those are some mighty fine whiskers you've got.
Oh, why, thank you, Miss Legere. The missus tells me I ought to shave, but I'm fond of the look.
As you should be.
That's funny.
So where did everyone go?
Wherever the Orem actually is would be my guess. There's still some prospectors hanging on, convinced they'll find something everyone else missed. I'm sure they'll all come to their senses eventually.
If they all
Alright, I'm
go,
yawning.
where will that leave you?
Why, getting by, I imagine. Peaceful, quiet life. The railroad still brings some traffic. Folks on their way further west or shipping goods back east. Although not as many as before the transcontinental airship line opened up. Easier to sail clear over the country than ride the rails halfway. Suits me fine, though.
Yeah, sorry, like between actually like messing up my stream and having to take some time to actually put that together, it's made me a bit sleepy. So I'm sorry if I'm yawning. I am good though. I'm gonna try. Oh, no. That one. Go some red? No, I don't like the red. No, I don't want that one either. Go some green? We'll go with green.
Anything I should know about the townsfolk?
Can't really help you there. I'm just a simple family man, and we keep to ourselves.
I'll leave you to your work.
Appreciate
Fantastic.
it, man.
All right, let's go exploring. So I need to... I can go this way. This is in my way.
Was your meeting satisfactory, ma'am?
Quite so. Did you find any of those butterscotch sweets I asked for?
Afraid not. Only taffy and some peppermints.
Pity. This place seems to lack even the smallest of pleasures. Shall we?
So many flies. That door closed by itself. That's pretty impressive. Not gonna lie. Undertaker. Undertaker. There's something over here.
Shabby, but I've been to worse.
Let's check out the saloon.
Wonder if the whiskey here is any better than the rot gut back in Pierre.
Oh, there's a reward. Who's wanted?
Looks like it's been up for ages. Wonder if they ever caught the guy. Or maybe he retired from crime. Or died of old age.
Well, old age in that time is what, like 30? What does this say? There's a button, and I want to press it.
Watch the dang door. Signed, Management. Now that is mighty tempting.
It is mighty tempting. Probably 50s. For the 1845s? Really? Oh! Okay. That's the door it opens. Good to know. What do we got here?
The local populace getting sloshed.
Oh, yes. Hello. Who are you?
Excuse me, kid. I need to get upstairs.
I'm really sorry, miss, but Mr. Ackerman's not taking any more meetings right now.
I'm here on behalf of the Rosewater Post.
Did you make an appointment?
No, I just got the assignment.
Okay, look. Mr. Ackerman's upstairs getting ready for his show. It starts in less than an hour. Why don't you come by and watch? You can come meet him afterwards.
I just need to interview him for a newspaper article.
Well now, that's perfect. If you're going to write about him, you should definitely see the show. Trust me.
There you go.
It's a real dazzler.
Suppose it beats waiting around here.
Alright, well, we'll come back, I guess. We've got some other places to go and check out and see. So this is the edge of town. But I can go up here. Ooh, was that person standing there before? I don't think that person was standing there before. Oh. Rosewater Pihus. Guessing it's the opera house.
For 20 coppers, it'd better be one hell of a show.
Yeah. Yeah, hold on. That's the show. Hold on. Let's go the Undertaker. Oh, I can't go into the Undertaker. That is. Go in. Let's go see how this guy's doing. Oh, he's still alive. Maybe.
Hello again, Miss Leger. I'm pleased to say your friend should make a full recovery.
But
He's not my friend. He just fell out the window and almost crushed me.
I see. Well, it was good of you to come get me. Plenty of folks around here would have turned a blind eye. I realize in all the commotion we weren't properly introduced.
That definitely was
I'm
an
Dr.
option to
Sedgwick.
just turn a blind
Guess
eye.
the sign wasn't lying then. I'm Harley.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Likewise. Mind if I have a look around?
Not at all.
I don't really need to take a look around.
Hey, Doc.
Miss Legere.
Got any knowledge to impart about Rosewater?
Oh, well, it's a fine town.
You don't sound too enthused.
I'm sure you'll find plenty to see and do here.
Give it to me straight, Doc. I want to know your thoughts on this place. Warts and all.
Were Rosewater one of my patients, I would say the prognosis is not good. Not since all the Aurum claims dried up and the airship routes opened, leapfrogging over our rail line. The hangers-on keep this place gasping for breath, but I fear they only prolong the inevitable. I hope I haven't discouraged you, but you did ask my opinion.
I will take the honesty.
If things are so bad, why not pick up and move elsewhere?
I swore an oath to do no harm, Miss Legere. As the town's only physician, leaving would mean abandoning my patients. There may not be many left to call on my services, but when they do, I am the only barrier standing between them and the grave.
Isn't that a bit dramatic, Doc?
Say what you will. I know where I stand on the matter.
You must know all about the townsfolk.
I am well acquainted with all their ailments, proclivities, and vices. But if you're just seeking gossip, you'll have to find it elsewhere.
So, how's the medicine business?
Oh my god. Sorry.
What a question. I'm a physician, Miss Legere, not some two-bit snake oil salesman.
Didn't mean to imply you were.
I'm sure. At any rate, I've not had many patients of late. This poor soul is the only one this week. But that is the physician's dilemma, is it not? We are taught that idleness is a sin. But better that I am idle and the townsfolk healthy than my surgery be full of the ill and infirm.
That's the problem. I feel like doctors would prefer to be less busy than they are.
Why not train somebody to take over for you?
I did have an apprentice not long ago, my ward, Nadine.
What happened to her?
Oh, this is no kind of life for a restless young person. I encouraged her to put her talents to use elsewhere. She's ministering to the local native tribe now.
Who is this tribe?
I'm afraid I don't know much about them, just that they have a small village somewhere in the valley. I believe they call themselves the Audam? Autumn? I'm not certain of the pronunciation. At any rate, they don't come to the town, and I imagine the townsfolk mostly let them be as well.
I'll see you later, Doc.
Do take care of yourself.
So I obviously have to go to this show and spend money on it, which I'm not necessarily keen on, but...
Looks sturdy, but there's some rot creeping around the handles.
Does that mean I can just pull it?
This
No.
padlock's not going anywhere. Not without encouragement.
Damn. Alright. Let me see. Alright, so... I don't know, I always wonder how long the demos are, right? Like how much, like, they give you in a demo. Well,
You again?
Oh, hey, Harmony, was it?
Harley. What in the ether are you doing here?
Oh, you're not still sore about earlier.
You tried to rob me.
Nah, but your little friend might think twice about hoodwinking strangers again.
Look, nothing personal. My brother and me are just doing our best to get by.
Your brother? And you just strolled away? I ought to knock you into a cocked hat.
Hey, you gotta look out for number one.
You picked the wrong mark, but I can let that go. Hell, with a little effort, you two could be halfway decent grifters. But if there's one thing turns my stomach, it's disloyalty. That's your flesh and blood. If you don't have your own brothers back, who else on this wretched earth is going to give a flip if you're alive or dead?
You made your point. Now can we drop it already? I'm trying to do an actual legitimate job here.
What job?
Legitimate job? So you're not selling snake oil or stock tips or fire insurance?
Nah, nothing like that. I'm selling tickets to Gentleman Jake's legendary Wild West show. Only 20 coppers.
I'll take one of those tickets.
Swell! And when would you like to come see the show?
When it's on?
Whenever it starts?
Oh, you mean today? Oh, well, I'm afraid I gotta disappoint you there. Sold the last of today's tickets not 10 minutes before you walked up.
Of course.
Seriously?
Seriously. This ain't exactly the Coliseum. It only fits so many. And folks around here are real excited to see Gentleman Jake in person.
I keep wanting to call him Gentleman Jack every single time. I'm like, Gentleman Jack.
All right, look. I don't need to see some yahoo firing off his pea shooter. I just want to talk to this Jake fellow.
I don't know why it's
And I'm
throwing
sure
me.
Gentleman Jake would be happy to meet you if you had a ticket to get in. Course, I might be able to sneak you in quiet-like, but I'd be putting my job on the line. And I can't afford to lose it now. After all, I have my little brother to look after.
Oh, you're a piece of shit.
Just tell me what you want.
Only a small favor.
Spit it out.
Just help me retrieve something. A small item of great personal value.
Mm-hmm.
It's only my pa's pocket watch. Family heirloom, you see.
What happened to it?
It was stolen is what? By that one-eyed scalawag Lola Johnson. Probably stashed it away in the old smithy. She's been squatting in there for weeks now.
Where'd your brother get to? Keeping out of trouble?
Matter of fact, he's trying to make good after that screw-up earlier. Decided he's gonna try and get pa's watch back all by himself. He's real tore up over losing it.
And you're letting him risk his neck again? He'll be collared in no time. Like as not, you'll never see him again.
Oh, I know. I tried talking sense into him, but he's dead set on it. Wants to prove himself.
twit.
But he'll be in real hot water if he gets caught, which he probably will. That's why I'm asking you to do it before he goes and does something stupid. I can tell you could pull it off. No problem.
That kid deserves better than getting strung up for doing your dirty work. Call him off. I'll handle it.
Swell. You know where to find me.
Auto-saving. Sweet. What's over here?
Betrayal, murder, revenge. Classic stuff. Never works out that way in real life.
I don't know. She obviously doesn't spend a lot of time on Twitch. Just saying.
Dr. Bennett Clark, Master of Ethericity. All right, the Ethericity fellow. I didn't know he was working out here.
Okay, so I have actually in my little journal thing is how to open locks, but I don't have anything, right? Yeah, no, I don't have one. So let me see. I need like a lock pick or something along those lines. Let's see if we can find something.
Good to see you again.
You too, Dr. John.
Cozy. That cabinet's better organized than I'll ever be. Impressive piece of machinery.
Don't think there's anything here. Maybe. Well, let's go back even further. It's a position. I'm guessing the physician has something like pointy. that I can use. Oh, we have the sheriff too. There do be a sheriff. We can go. Let's go to the sheriff's office.
Howdy, stranger. Fresh off the train?
Yes, sir.
Come on in then. Let's have a chat.
Uh-oh. Is he gonna tell me to behave myself?
I'm Sheriff Gamble.
Harley Leger.
Pleasure. Just passing through, or...
I'm here about a job.
Well now, that's refreshing. Few come to Rosewater these days with the intent of staying long. How are you finding our town?
The welcoming committee leaves a lot to be desired. I almost got crushed by a falling man. Frankly, it sucks.
Oh, it's great. Real pretty.
Glad you think so. Most folks take one look around and get right on the next train back.
That's a little rude.
But I can see you have some real grit. I doubt the dust and the flies will put you off.
There's so many
Anyhow,
flies. That would drive
welcome to
me nuts.
Rosewater. You run into any trouble, you come and see me.
Okay. Thanks. The flies would drive me insane. I do not handle.
Those are some stern-looking.
I know I
ladies.
live in Australia, but man, oh man, I do not handle flies well.
Hey, Sheriff.
What's on your mind?
Who are the people in this photo?
Those are my sisters, Lord bless them.
Wow. There's five sisters.
Reba married an oil man. I think they're living in some big mansion on the coast somewhere. Sadie died a few months after this picture was taken. I'm grateful to have this to remind me of her smile. Mary was always my favorite. The trouble we used to get into when we was kids.
Not a bad view.
So where's this?
Hey, Sheriff.
Yes, ma'am?
What's this photo of?
That's a view of Colchester, where I grew up.
I like he comes over to tell me more of the story.
It ain't exactly a metropolis, but it's got character. Sometimes I find myself wondering what life would be like if I'd stayed. All things considered, I still do miss the place.
This is this wanted. Let's ask about the wanted poster. Because she said it's been there for like ever.
This fellow's still at large?
Yep, but I reckon he's left the province.
Reminder, confiscated items to be placed in the box below. A plain leather bag. Wonder what's inside.
Let's ask him about it.
What's in the bag?
Oh, that's a set of lockpicks I confiscated from a would-be
I need those. I need the lockpicks.
A lawman with a license? Guess Rosewater isn't so uncivilized after all.
Get all the cats cuddling up.
Does this license mean you went to sheriff's school?
No, it means I was officially elected to the position by the people of this town. The paper is really just a formality.
I've moved a few things around and there is like no space for the cats. I need to change that.
I wouldn't have figured the sheriff for a naturalist. Fancy yourself a lepidopterist?
Hardly. Picked that display up from a passing rag and bone man.
So how do I get
like when the sun shines on their wings just so. Real thing of beauty.
Oh, that's cute. Can I have the bag?
I can't just swipe these from right under his nose.
Why not? You reckon he'd notice? Okay, so we need to get the sheriff out of the office. No? Okay. She just shrugged at me. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? She just shrugged at me. How dare. Oh, I don't know if you guys could see that. Maybe my camera was in the way. She shrugged at me. How do I need to... See, now it would have been helpful if I had gotten the sheriff when the guy fell out of the window, but I think that was too soon. Don't think I would have been able to... Do I need to start a fight? Do I need to start a fight in the saloon? Is there anything I can do?
Gentleman Jake's show will be starting at the theater soon. You won't want to miss a second of it.
Get the sheriff out of the office. I need to start a fight.
Food delivery for the lazy.
Okay. Can we maybe get this dude to, like, call out the sheriff or something? Apparently there's different ways of solving puzzles. Oh, what's this?
This place is falling apart, but these stone tiles were nice. Once.
Can I take these?
This thing's heavier than it looks. Bet I could do some real damage with it.
Whoa. Here we go. This is what I need. Forget the lockpicks. Who needs lockpicks when I have a stone I can just, like, break shit with? Let's go. I don't actually know if this is the solution, but I'm gonna try it. Select. Break shit. Let's go.
I could easily smash this rotten bit of wood and get the lock off.
Smash lock.
That did
Brute
it.
force it.
Tile's no good anymore, though.
I'm sure there is a way to get the lockpicks, but right now I am brute forcing this shit. Let's go. What's this?
That could be a good spot to stash something. Well now, what have we here? Got what I came for. Best not to stick around.
Nope.
What in the ether is going on here?
Hi.
You must be Lola Johnson.
That's right, Lola Johnson, who lives here.
I thought it had a certain domestic charm. Nice setup you have in here.
I don't know what you're playing at, but my patience is wearing thin.
I like your jacket.
I'll be going.
You do that.
She's a nice. I like her, like, blue jacket thing. Okay, let's get out of here before she realizes. Oh, I broke her door. She can never lock that door again. Okay, I kind of feel bad. Kind of. Little bit. Touch feel bad. But also, no, I do feel bad. She can't lock her door, even if she is squatting. Alright. Pocket watch.
Fancy. Too bad there doesn't seem to be a pawn shop in town.
Here you go, buddy.
Here's your watch back.
No fooling. You actually got it?
By a whisker. Lola turned up just as I was leaving.
Did she see you take it?
Don't think so. Anyways, that's my part of the bargain held up. You gonna let me in now?
Sure. Go on. Oh, and thanks. I know we've had our tiffs, but I really do appreciate you getting this for me. My dear departed pa can rest easy again, knowing
I don't
his
know if I
watch is
believe
back
that
where
it's
it
actually
belongs.
his dad's, but anyway.
That's not your watch at all, is it?
Well,
Nope.
it is now.
Kid, if I were you, I'd make myself scarce. Otherwise, the only way you'll be able to tell the time on that thing is by squatting over a mirror. You get me?
Yes, ma'am.
Holy shit, I love that. The only way you'd be able to tell the time is by squatting over a mirror.
Boys and girls of all ages, are you ready for some thrills? Are you ready for some excitement?
I know I am.
Are you ready for some fun?
Absolutely.
Then without further ado, may I present the star of our show, the last man standing at the Bleachbone Gulch Showdown. The only man to defeat Bastard Billy Boakes in a duel.
Bastard
the man
Billy
who discovered
Boakes.
a jet of mine, then gifted it to an orphanage. Gentleman Jake Ackerman.
Woo, 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 woo. Let's go. Come on, Jake. Oh my god. But why? But why? Oh my god.
Thank you, Charlie, for that wonderful introduction. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Gentleman Jake's Wild West.
Yeehaw.
We got a heck of a performance for you today, but first, allow me to introduce my brave and loyal assistant, Danny Luo. Now let's get this show on the road. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you rope a steer. Keep it going, Danny. Maybe you'll lasso yourself one someday.
Woo-wee!
Do I need to heckle? Am I supposed to be heckling? I'll
The
give him a
sun
second.
beat down upon them as the duelists stood and stared. But Billy Boakes had never fought somebody so prepared.
I'm gonna heckle
Jake
this one.
drew his gun, and bang! The bastard crashed down with a thud.
I'm gonna heckle.
The legendary foe lay dead, defeated, in the
I
mud.
feel like this is a heckle moment.
You sure you didn't just bore him to death?
I'm gonna heckle
And
again.
now for a most challenging proposition. Perhaps the greatest feat of marksmanship to which a man can set his sights.
Oh, unless he
See
actually
those
does
5
this.
juggling balls that Charlie keeps whirling aloft in such a dizzying display?
I do.
Ladies and gentlemen, fix your eyes on that green ball in particular.
Okay.
And do not dare blink.
Okay. Can you guys see? Oh, you
For
can't
with
see
but
it.
a single bullet, I will pluck it
there
from
we
the
go.
very air.
Okay.
Yeah, amazing.
I'm gonna give him that one. That was pretty impressive.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is our show. Thank you all so much. You've been a truly magnanimous, magnificent, and majestic audience.
I had to give him the
And
green
you
ball.
can take home a piece of the legend. Come on down to the Jack of Diamonds to get an autograph or a souvenir ferrotype. We'll be there until last call. Stop by and shake hands with Gentleman Jake.
Ladies and gentlemen, good night.
I don't want to shake hands, but I'd like to get my interview. That would be great. Woo, woo, woo. Woo, woo, woo. All right. All right, let's go. Oh, there he is, sir.
I'm telling you, Jake, I need that money tonight.
You knew the deal going in, Charlie. There's nothing I can do about it.
We'll see about that.
Hope I'm not interrupting, gentlemen.
My friend here was just saying his farewells. Weren't you, Charlie?
Charlie's
Please
gonna
do
be a
pardon
problem.
that unpleasant display. What can I do for you, my dear?
Name's Harley Legere. I'd like to interview you for the Rosewater Post.
Well, shucks, it would be my pleasure, Miss Legere. Shall we go upstairs to my room? Beats standing out here in the dust.
Lead on.
We're going. No.
Miss Legere, permit me to
Okay.
introduce my associate.
We have
Danny
someone else
Woe.
in the room. It's okay.
We've met, actually. Not formally, I suppose. Nice to properly make your acquaintance, Miss Legere.
Likewise, Mr. Lowe.
Please, you can call me Danny. Everybody does.
So what did you think of the show? Pretty spectacular, huh?
It was pretty good.
Yes, that's definitely the word for it.
I'm glad you think so. Shall we proceed with the interview?
Sure.
Right.
What would people be surprised to learn about you?
What's something nobody knows about you? Give me something juicy.
I'm something of an open book, Miss Legere. Keeping secrets ain't really my modus operandi.
Come on, everyone's got secrets.
Oh, I think you'll find I'm not like most folk.
Okay, what bring...
How did you come to pick Rosewater as your latest venue?
Simple. Plenty of folk in this town are looking for a good show. I ain't so hoity-toity as to think El Presidio or Los Virgenes are the only places worth visiting. After spending all day bent double over a pan in a creek or working his keister off down in a mine, a man is entitled to some amusement, wouldn't you say?
Sure.
So what do you do when you're not gunslinging or adventuring?
Well, you were at the show. You saw it firsthand.
Right, but what about hobbies? Pastimes?
Well, I ain't the type to sit around reading novels, if that's what you're getting at. I'm a man of action.
And I have a good novel I've been trying to get into. I need to find some time for it, but there's so many demos to play.
So who is the real Gentleman Jake?
Mercy me. That's a hell of a question. Now, I ain't much for philosophizing, Miss Legere, so I'll just say this. In my case, what you see is what you get.
Yeah, I said that to someone about me today.
Well, okay
what you
then.
see is what you get.
Hey, Jake, don't you have an appointment with Miss Sally this evening?
Damn, you're right.
Oh, I only did have
Sorry
a certain
to cut
amount
things
of
short, Miss Legere.
questions.
I've got another engagement I need to prepare for.
I should have plenty for my article. I appreciate your time.
Well,
Do
I
we?
look forward to reading your story in the next edition.
Do we have enough for an article?
Danny, see the lady out, would you?
Uh-oh. It's Charlie.
Good meeting you, Danny. Guess I'll see you around. Not to
Charlie.
worry, gents. Jake's all yours. Hey, you were in the show. Nice juggling.
Thank you, ma'am.
I think Jake's in a bit.
Jake, get your ass out here right now, you four-flusher.
You four-flusher. You four-flusher?
What's all the ruckus?
Uh-oh.
Don't play the fool with me, Ackerman.
Uh-oh.
You know damn well why I'm here. You might think you can give me the runaround, but I wonder if my friends here won't convince you to pay up.
Charlie. Didn't anybody ever tell you only cowards get others to solve their problems for them?
You slum-guzzling bastard. I'm gonna fix that wobbling jaw of yours.
Come on up here, then.
No.
You sure you won't reconsider, Charlie?
Shut the hell up and get out of my way. McGuire, take care of the kid.
Okay, that's not necessary.
Let's dance, cowboy.
They're gonna dance. Oh my god.
I suggest you clear out while you can, little lady.
They are dancing. Look at them.
From where
They're
I'm
dancing.
standing, it's pretty damn ugly already.
Look at all the dancing happening.
Hey!
So that's how you want it, huh? Fine. I'll let the boss deal with you when he's done.
Can I...
Give him a new face.
You're in my way, you lummox.
And that's where I'm staying.
Okay, how do I... Okay.
You call that a right hook? Get him!
Knockout.
Hey! Don't start any trouble, lady.
Okay. How do I... Let's take this.
Hey!
What?
Start any trouble, lady.
Oh, sweet. That's what I wanted.
Whoopsie daisy.
Get Rexon. Can I search? I can search the bodies. Let's go.
Nothing on him but the stench.
Oh, damn. All right, well, let's take this. And let's, select this. And, hoop. And he's down.
Hey, nice one.
Not the most honorable way of winning a fight. But these boys were hardly playing fair.
Hey,
I mean,
Charlie, looks like your guys weren't as tough as you hoped.
Yeah.
Wee! That got the old blood pumping.
You've got some interesting associates, Mr. Ackerman. If you'll excuse me, I have an article to write.
Hang on just a minute. I'd be a fool to just let you walk away after that performance. Come on back up here. I've got a business proposition that may interest you.
What about Miss Sally?
Oh, she can wait. All right, Miss Legere, I won't beat around the bush.
Making the ladies
Danny
wait.
and I are looking to get some folks
Not much of a
together for
gentleman.
a job.
Just saying.
And I think you'd make a damn fine addition to the team.
What sort of job?
Ever hear of Dr. Bennett Clark?
Of course. The etheric researcher. What about him?
Dr. Clark moved out here not long after the big disaster back in Lamplight City. He kept up his research, even did some demonstrations at the Opera House. Till one day, he just up and vanished. Nobody's seen hide nor hair of him in nearly a year.
And you want to go looking for him?
Oh, I want to go looking all right. The thing is, we're going in search of Dr. Clark's fortune.
Come again?
The feller was loaded.
The
Somehow
feller
he
was
managed to talk a
loaded.
bunch of big money investors from back east into financing his research. All those gizmos and doodads don't come cheap, you know? We find his stash, we'll all be rolling in it for years to come.
Stash? What stash? Surely it's all just numbers on a ledger somewhere.
Ooh, are we gonna be
Nope,
bank
nope.
robbers?
I'm telling you, he kept his assets in cold, hard cash.
I want to be a bank
So
robber.
you're looking to rob a man blind just because nobody knows where he is?
Now, nothing so uncouth as that. Picture this. A
Okay.
swashbuckling pirate captain, his vessel freighted with treasure.
Sure.
A vast fleet's law and order circling him, closing in.
Sure.
He digs a hole in the sands of some sun-kissed tropical beach to conceal his ill-gotten loot and
His
makes
ill-gotten
himself
booty.
scarce.
He means booty.
Circumstance conspires to deprive him of the opportunity to return. Now, he's the brave treasure hunter who seeks and unearths the bounty guilty
The
of
booty.
robbery? Or is he just returning to the world what would otherwise lie forgotten and worthless?
That's actually not a bad question. I'm
See,
not
we're
sure.
not after Clark's personal wealth. The money in question was meant to bankroll his etheric research.
Actually, an
Since
interesting
that's
question.
been outlawed, he can't touch it. And it's a drop in the ocean for the investors. They'll never miss it.
How many folks are you planning on bringing into this?
That depends on what we find. But I promise you, we'll all get a fair split, enough to make it all worthwhile.
What's
Booty.
your plan?
Clark had a lab nearby, a couple miles outside of town. Last place anybody saw him.
Okay, well, the
Poke
story's
around
kind of
there,
gotten me
retrace
for
his
this.
steps, and it should lead us straight to the loot.
Uh-huh.
Now, call me crazy, but I get the impression you're not entirely convinced.
Truth be told, I'm not. How can you be sure Clark isn't just holed up in some cave with his cash? Or that someone didn't off him so they could claim it for themselves? We follow Clark, and whatever vanished him could end up vanishing us, too.
I admit we're asking you to put a lot of faith in us. Hell, I'd probably be just as incredulous were I in your position.
Yeah, this story has
Ackerman's
gotten
a
me.
good man, Miss Leger. He's never led me astray in all the time I've known him.
I appreciate it, Danny,
Don't
but
know
I
if I'd
think Miss
stream
Leger's
this,
gonna need a little more
but
than just your word.
This is definitely
Look,
a game I would play through
I've
for
known
the
quite
story.
a few moneyed folk in my time. They all got one thing in common. You know what that is?
They couldn't give a rat's ass about folks like you and me.
I admit I cannot emphatically contradict you there, but not what I meant.
So what do they have in common?
They're good at keeping their money safe. Clark's cash is out there. I just know
In a
it.
safe?
As far as your safety, you just took out a couple of brutes twice our size.
I mean,
It's plain to see you can take care of yourself.
I didn't actually like
I'm
punch him.
pretty good with my pistols, and Mr. Ackerman can talk his way out of anything. But we could use somebody who's good in the fights.
Besides, stick around old Jake long enough and you'll have enough material to write a whole book. Forget a measly little write-up in the local rag. I'm offering you a front row seat to a much better show. So, what do you say?
I don't know. What do I say?
All right, Mr. Ackerman. I'm in. At the very least, this venture should make for an interesting tale.
I'm pleased to hear you say that.
You won't regret this, Miss Leger.
We'll set out for the lab at daybreak.
I kind of like Danny.
And
I like the
please,
character
call me Jake.
of Danny. And that's the demo. That's the demo finished. Smush the cat. All right. Okay, hold on a second. All right, so that was Rosewater. So that's Rosewater done of the demos. So yeah, that's definitely one that I would play.